The enemy is like ready to pounce.
And I'm like, poof, sucker.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we just wanted to do a little life update type of situation.
We're also working on our vocab. Tori and I are trying to keep that theme of like a fun video, then an easy video. Like when I say easy, or wait, hold on. Tori and I are trying to keep that theme of a fun video, then a serious video, then a fun one, then a serious. And so since we just posted the one today, if you haven't seen it, you can click up here or up here, I'm not sure where. Getting
past your past. And I also just want to say thank you guys. We've gotten so much love and support. I know those topics are heavier and they're definitely harder for us to talk about, but hearing God work through them and touch you guys is such an answer to our prayer. And so I just want to thank you. When you take the time to send us a DM, it really does mean a lot. And so
even though we're falling slightly behind on them,
we're trying to keep
still
up.
A great
we really
thing.
are.
Yeah. Our channel's growing, which is so great because, you know, welcome. But it's also like trying our best to keep up on it too, because, you know, we want to respond, but we also want to make more videos. So so we just wanted to give you a little bit of life updates, and then we're going to answer some of your questions. I did a little question box on Instagram today, just random life questions you guys have for us, and so we'll get to those in just a little bit. But before we get there, Bevis, you want to start off with a little updates? What am I supposed to update them on?
How about the house?
Okay, so as you know, we finally like got approval through a lender, and that was a long process. And then we wanted to work some of the financing things out, and our builders just come through in so many ways to save us money. Just a quick little tidbit in how, like, typically when you're building a house, you have to pay interest on the loan during construction, and he found a way where we don't need to do that, which saves us a good chunk of money, which is so nice. And so we've been going back and forth between like different like ways the house is looking and different things, trying to cut down on some other areas. And so we signed the contract, the construction agreement. Hopefully we signed the construction agreement this week. We're hoping. And then hopefully we just get started right away. And then we get to like meet with the whole team and plan a day that they're actually breaking ground. And then when we break ground, it should be around 8 months. And so and that's really exciting. Something that Tori and I have been trying to cook up. Wow, I can't talk. Something that Tori and I have been trying to cook up for you guys behind the scenes, not just cooking with Chad, but we've been trying to think of how can we start to transition some of our content to home content, but also in a way that you guys will like it. And so we've actually been working with the builder to try to create some fun episodes that you guys will like as we start to pick some of the things we want. Like, how do we want like our bedroom to be? How do we want our kitchen to look like? And so what do we want the island to be? What do we want on the island? Where do we want the stove? Like all those things. And so it's all those things you have to think about when you're building a custom home. And so we're working on some fun ideas to like bring you guys into some really nice homes, but also like to test them out a little bit too. So we're so excited. So that is coming up soon. Make sure your notification settings are on, because I think it's gonna be sooner than we even think that they're gonna start getting that content. So we're working on that behind the scenes. What other updates should we give them, babies? Oh, merch launch 2.0. Are we thinking about that? I would love to do another one right before Christmas. Do you guys want another merch launch before Christmas? And if so, any items in particular y'all want? Because we think we might just change it up completely and like let that first launch, as fun as it was, be its own thing, and then come out with new designs, new different types of apparel. And we are also working on the international shipping. It's, again, we probably explained this to you before, but it was costing more for shipping than it was to actually purchase the product to some countries. And we were trying
We
to
don't
figure all
want
that
you guys
stuff
to
out.
do
And
that.
it's our first time, so.
Yeah. Honestly, something that would really help us is if you comment below where you're from, because it'll help us determine what kind of shipping options we can do for next round. And so, yeah, comment below where you're from, because we want to make sure that we can get it to you.
Yeah, and honestly, and I don't want to be asking for too much when I say this, but I really do mean this, is that we heard that there's one way to really benefit from international shipping where we have some pretty dedicated followers from certain cities and, like, for example, or countries. I mean, like, one example is Canada. We have a good chunk of people that want to buy it from Canada, and so I heard that one creative way to offer the products to Canada is to ship all the items to one address in Canada, and then from there that person will ship them to the different provinces in Canada. Is it states?
Oh, don't you know?
Don't you know, eh? There's also a ton of people in the UK, ton of people like in Mexico, ton of people in the Netherlands,
Philippines.
in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And so if we could work it out to where if there's enough demand from each specific country, we can ship one bulk order to that country, and then you disperse them. We'll trust you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was merch.
House. What's another update?
So a quick update. We're still trying to work out our schedule in terms of posting. We've been trying to do Monday and Wednesday, and this is like a learning process for us as we're just testing things out. One thing that's been difficult lately is we typically take all day Saturday off, and our editor takes all Sunday off. And so as we're getting ready to post on Monday, we find that we keep finding ourselves super behind.
Yeah.
And so we may be changing our posting schedule again. We may not, but we're just figuring things out. So thanks for sticking with us as we try to figure out something that's routine that we can keep up with, that also works for our schedule.
Yeah. Also, we're trying to just find that balance, and I think that was why we really were adamant about taking a Sabbath on Saturdays. And so we had friends come in town last week, and we're trying to really embrace those moments and not be workaholics. And so we're gonna do our best to get you guys the content on Monday and Wednesday, but if it doesn't happen, we appreciate your patience because we're also human and want to enjoy life. So.
And for all those who are going to ask questions about why we're taking Sabbath on Saturday, it's number one, it's just because Tori and I just want to take a day that's super intentional and just worship God with it. That means like we're leaving our phones away. I mean, well, and Tori and I are still open to FaceTiming our friends and stuff like that. So it's not like
But no apps, no social media.
Yeah, it's not like we're not letting it become work, or we're not just wasting our days, just scrolling. And so some things Tori's been doing is painting. I've been catching up with people. It's been good. And so, but a lot of it is coming from a heart where we just want to take a day and just say, God, we thank you, we worship you. We want to take a day to just rest and worship you. Yeah. And it's nothing, crazy or beyond that. We don't want it to become overly religious. We just want to really take a day and really recognize and say, we trust you so much with the provision for our future that we're going to step back today. Yeah. And we're just going to thank you.
Because God can do way more in 6 days than we can do in 7. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Thanks, babe. Okay, so about...
Someone asked Chad's IQ?
Yes.
What is Chad's IQ? 42. That's low if you don't know.
Okay, this one's sweet. How has the move been with you being away from friends in LA? Well...
You take this one, Movies.
Might have cried about it about a week ago. It's definitely been an adjustment. I really miss my girlfriends in LA. Chad's been encouraging me to sit in that for a second because I feel like I avoid the emotion. I don't want to feel it. But we're actually Chelsea and I are planning a little girls reunion trip this month. So I'm very excited because I've missed her a whole lot. So it's an adjustment. How are you doing with that?
I feel like most of my closest friends, we've always lived in different states. And so for me, it's nothing different. I mean, I definitely can't wait to continue connecting with people here, but good things take time. Yeah. So I'm not overly sad or overly happy. I'm just kind of taking it day by day.
Yeah, and we've been really blessed that I feel like God really prepared the way in Lakeland, and we've stepped into some awesome community here too. And so very, very grateful for that. So about 30 of you asked when we're having children, and this question box hasn't even been up that long. Okay, I will talk on this one because as
Big
you guys
news.
know, no, we're not. I've been like kind of down to get pregnant since we've been married. Like not like wanting to get pregnant, but also just kind of like if it happens, it happens.
What do baby hands make you think of?
But this specific time is the only time I'm like, okay, God, just hold off a couple months because I don't want to be building a house and a baby on the exact same timeline.
But it's His will.
But it's His will, His way. If it happens, I'm gonna be so excited and I'll fully embrace it.
Yeah.
But we're not currently trying.
Well, I mean, if you watch the birth control video,
I mean, like,
you will understand what that means.
We're not on birth control either. But. Oh, this is a funny one. How is Allie the Alligator? Or Sherlock the Investi-gator?
Someone really like named Alfie.
Right now?
No.
I saw a little shadow and I was like,
y'all, it's cold in Florida right now. That's why we got the sweater and everything on. I love that.
There's a cold front and it feels so
like,
nice.
if it drops below 70 degrees Fahrenheit in Florida, it's like break out the boots, break out the jackets.
Yeah.
Get ready for a cold one.
Well, we actually have not really seen the alligator since Jasmine left.
We've seen Allie once.
She doesn't like us as much as she likes Jasmine.
Yeah.
Does Chad pamper me with back massages and combing my hair?
Is that a real question? Yes, absolutely. I did it like all day yesterday. Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I was a little stressy, and Chad was like, Bubba, give me those feet. Let me rub them. And then he was like, go get your brush. And he brushed my hair. When are we getting a pet?
Tori has dog fever, like
I do.
like 100% right now, and she just goes and finds pictures of dogs. It's kind of like, you know, if you're trying to,
cute.
They're so cute, and I can't wait to have a dog, but I probably can.
We really want a golden retriever, but obviously this yard would not be a good yard to have a puppy. Like, I'm excited to have a gated yard and just let them go play and have their bathroom time and all the things. I don't know if I'd want them running around Allie the Alligator, okay?
Yeah. Allie and I would have words.
Yeah, so probably not anytime soon. I think we'll probably have a baby before we have a puppy.
There's another quick question. How are your hearts right now in this season?
Aw, sweet question. How's your heart, baby?
I think I'm coming out of a rut. I think I was in a rut for a little while. I think I internalized a lot of stress because unfortunately, I don't want to say I have expensive taste, but I definitely have, like, this is going to sound weird, but just stick with me. I have successful taste. What I mean by that is that, like, I want to do well in everything. Like, when we're building a home, I want to build a magnificent home. Whenever I love my wife, I want to love her so well. Like, anything I do, I want to do it to the best I can. And that pressure just takes a toll on you for sure. And then especially if you're not doing well in those areas. And, you know, so I think for me, I don't think I'm coming out of rut in the sense that I'm doing better in those areas. I think I'm just kind of more embracing God's grace in those areas that I'm not going to do well. If you read in our video that we posted on Monday, if you read in our description, I said, what was that quote? The most dangerous aspect of your relationships is not your weakness, but your delusions of strength. And I think I've just been a little confused about how good I actually am. And I think that's a loud vehicle. I think I've just needed to kind of embrace the weakness and just ask God for help with those things and realize I can't do everything. I can't be everywhere, and I'm not gonna be awesome at everything I do. I know it's probably a weird thing to admit, but yeah. No, that's how I'm doing.
That's good, Bubba's.
How you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Hey, gibbity-goobity-goo! That's when Joey speaks French. You remember that?
Blé de la blé de blue blah blé.
Okay, how's my heart doing? It depends on the moment of the day. No, I mean, honestly, I really genuinely feel like on the days that I spend time with Jesus in the morning, I'm such a happier person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can go about the day, even if it's a busy day, with so much more peace and more joy. But on the days that I don't meet with Jesus in the morning, I'm a basket case.
Yeah, to go off of that, I've been feeling super convicted about not praying lately, and one thing that I've just even this morning, Tori, this is real. This is real life. Like today was probably the first day that we prayed together without any agenda. Not like, oh gosh, help that person or this, whatever, but just no agenda, just sit down and pray. Today is probably the first day we've done it in how long? It's been a little while, and I noticed it. And so again, kind of to reiterate how I've been is just not thinking I'm better than I actually am. It's just realizing that like we need to have that Devo time. We need to have that prayer time. We need to be ready because it's tough. Life can be real tough, but the more you soak yourself in God's word, the more prepared you are for day's challenges.
Yeah, gotta arm yourself, gotta clothe yourself. The enemy is like ready to pounce.
And I'm like, poof, sucker. Is that everything?
Yeah, guys, I think that's it. We just wanted to give you a little update where we're at and where we're headed.
Where are we heading?
Where are we heading? Well, right
Brock's
now we're
birthday.
about to head to Brock's birthday.
Oh, this isn't like an update or anything, but we also would love to hear how you're doing. If you don't mind just commenting below, like if you keep it so we can read it, but just a few little updates. How you doing? Good or bad? We love talking with you in the comments, as you probably know. So yeah, share with us. This is not a one-way street. This is two-way. We love to hear from you all too.
Y'all are the fam.
Yep.
Love ya. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye. Do do do
Bye.
do 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 do. Oh. Hey.